Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 5 episode 23 and also today's episode 24 and the episode 25. That's it. Today we are finishing the Season 5 together. For me, I mean, for you, you're gonna have 3 different videos. You're gonna have to wait. But if you're on YouTube right now, watching me right now, in fact, you don't have to wait. If you're subscribing right now to my Patreon, you can have all of the reaction videos about these last episodes of the Season 5 and also for the movie, you know, for the third movie. So if you can be interested by that, go on my Patreon if you don't want to wait. Me, I don't want to wait. I'm impatient today to discover how this Season 5 is gonna end. For once, I have the impression that My Hero Academia is gonna finish, you know, I mean, a season with a cliffhanger, with something big happening, you know? Like for the previous seasons, I had the impression that the big moment of the season was happening 2 or 3 episodes before the end. You know, something like that. And for this Season 5, I have the impression that maybe it's not gonna be the case for once. Like, right now we are following the League of Villains, which came because they were summoned, you know, by the Metal Liberation Army, by the boss of the Metal Liberation Army, by Destro. Like, we discovered so many things during the previous episodes about the Metal Liberation Army, the fact that they are existing since a long time, with the first Destro, with the book also, which was written so long ago, but they were arrested, they vanished. It's a new Metal Liberation Army with a lot of people, with Destro, I don't know how to name him, who is an hidden son, and we still don't know for sure what is his quirk. You know, that thing about having a big arm like that, I'm like, it's just that your quirk, it's really related to what exactly? I'm suspicious. I'm like, maybe he has something else which can explain that particularity of having a big hand, but you know, it's about something else. Maybe his body, which is really elastic, something like that. And in fact, maybe right there we saw that he could have a big arm hand, but maybe in fact he can have all of the part of his body big, you know, his head, his legs, everything. So we'll see about it. He was at the top of that tower. He was with Twice and other ones. Twice also, all of what we discovered about him. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting myself during this intro, but really because during the previous episodes we discovered a lot about each of these characters and it was so great. And Twice, even if we knew his background, you know, the big thing about his background with his quirk, with the fact that he killed himself, all of the copies of himself and all, that was already big, but to discover with the last memories that we had about him, the fact that he was feeling so alone, that he was really desperate to be a part of a group and all, it's really explaining why he joined the League of Villains, why he's so attached to Toga, and right there he did that to protect her. He managed to heal from that trauma, you know, for her, because she was there to consider him, to appreciate him for who he is truly, to take care of him. And in fact they have the same thing, you know, Toga and Twice, about the fact that they just want to be normal, they just want to be loved, to be considered by someone else, so they are giving that to each other. So that was cool to discover that about Twice, and you know, to discover that about Toga and then to discover that about Twice, it's really making me in a position like I'm ruling for the League of Villains, and really it feels so weird at the same time. We know them since a long time, so really if I have to choose between the League of Villains and the Metal Liberation Army, I think that it's logical that I'm gonna choose the League of Villains because we know them since a long time and now we add memories thanks to which And because of these memories, we understand, at least I understand these characters a little more, even if I still hate what they are doing to our guys, what they did to our guys. Still, I can consider their reasons, I can understand them even if I can't agree with them, you know. So yes, right there, when Twice did that, you know, against Destro and all, I was like, you're so great, that's so cool, you did it, you're amazing. And at the end, we had that tower being destroyed, normally by Shigaraki, if I understood things correctly. Shigaraki was coming with a lot of other Twice. We had also Dabi, we're still fighting, other members of the League of Villains like that. I'm not forgetting also, but I forgot his name, Makia. I think that it's Makia, you know, that big giant titan who is coming right now. At first, he was supposed to come to fight with Shigaraki no matter what, because he's not considering him as someone great enough to be the next master. But right there, what the doctor told him to wake him up, I don't know. It was almost like, go and save the successor of the master. Is he gonna do it like that, like Makia? I'm not sure of what is gonna happen with Makia when he's gonna appear, but we know that he's gonna appear. So see, with the destruction of the tower at the end of the last episode, we still have a lot of things to do. For example, Destro facing Shigaraki, to have a lot of fights with Dabi included into it, to have a lot of fights, you know, with Dabi, with all of the other ones, Shigaraki against Destro for sure. We need Makia to appear at some point, something about it, and we need to have the resolution of all of this fight and the explanation about how this fight is gonna end. You know, something which is gonna explain the fact that after that they're gonna work together. You know, in fact, they're not gonna kill each other. What is gonna happen, truly? I'm wondering about it, and I know that I'm gonna have the answer today. That's gonna be great. I cannot wait now to have this answer, and we'll see. I know that I'm gonna have the answer today, that's so cool. But you know, all of that for me, it's gonna take more than one episode, maybe more than 2 episodes. So in fact, the 3 episodes that I'm gonna watch today, it's so cool. I appreciate that. I'm really impatient. I have the impression that I'm gonna be really into a lot of actions, you know, and a lot of things during these 3 episodes. So I'm really excited, impatient. That's gonna be cool, that's gonna be great. And I think that you understood what I expect for these 3 final episodes. To have the resolution of that fight, to understand things about that alliance, League of Villains, Meta Liberation Army, and maybe for our guys, our students, maybe through Ox, to discover a lot more about their plan, what truly they are planning, you know, what is gonna be their big thing to tease us a little for the new season. I mean, to tease me a little for the new season. You already discovered the next season, and in fact, normally when I'm gonna post these videos, I think that in fact you're gonna discover also the new season, which is gonna be just out for you guys during the time that I'm gonna post these videos. You're lucky. Me, I still have some episodes to catch up on. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro, let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have these episodes earlier, we have 4 episodes of advance on my Patreon, which means 2 weeks. It's really a lot, 2 weeks of advance. I'm working hard to give you that advantage on my Patreon, to thank you for supporting me, really, because the best way to support me, it's on my Patreon, truly. I'm a little reactor on YouTube and on Patreon, so the best way to support me, it's on my Patreon. So that's why I'm working out to give you advantages like 4 episodes of advance, bigger reaction part, if not the full reaction part in fact, and yes, the full opacity, stuff like that. You can subscribe only for 1 month if you want, if you can only for 1 month, it's already great, it's already cool, and yes, thank you for that in advance. Let's go for this episode! She's gonna survive! Hey oh, Toga, she's gonna survive! You were convincing them a little before, but with that scene... Clearly. Meaning that he can have really an army working for him. Ah, so in fact it's a bit like that. No! Oh, I can't remember if we saw him after that, you know. Are you gonna die? We never saw his background. I hope that he's not gonna die. I want to discover more about him. Okay, your boss alive. Redestro also. Ah! He's bigger, so he can do that with all of his body. I was right, I talked about it during the intro. They escaped and that's great. Why are you getting darker like that? Stress? I could be the strongest woman inside of this universe with this quirk. You're gonna remember now what happened? That's great. Let them come back. Ew. You're gonna be a good person to fight, you know, for Makia when he's gonna come. Father, grandfather. Oh mother. They were all kind to you, all of your family. And you never remembered that. They have a Titan. Are you impressed? Not just that. Okay, father and mother. Wait, he didn't have his quirk yet. You were blaming him because he was talking about being a hero? You didn't want for him to dream too big? For sure I'm thinking about Deku and the fact that he's looking like Deku. No, they were nice with you. So what? What you discovered with? That's why you don't want him to become a hero. She cried on that later. That's what she did. You never understood her make peace with that and you put that on your own kids. That's awful! Stop. Not the dog. He killed the dog. He didn't make it on purpose. It was not on purpose. He's just a kid. He didn't even know what his quirk was. One by one, that day, one by one, you killed them. I knew that he killed them because he was just a kid who couldn't control his quirk. It's even worse, like it was when his quirk appeared. Oh, it's no. I don't agree, I don't accept that. Your father never made peace with his mother, never tried to understand her, and right there by saying that, if you're truly still thinking that now, as an adult, I mean, it means that truly himself, he reproduced the same mistake. You wanted to kill him. You wanted to kill him. The other ones, it was not on purpose, but him, you truly wanted to kill him. Oh! Do you get my point of view, you know, right there at the end? For me, Shigaraki you know, like right there, how he killed the dog, how he killed his sister, clearly it was not on purpose. He never had any quirk before, and suddenly that quirk appeared. For sure the dog, he didn't mean to do that, he didn't know that he could do that, and for sure after that chasing his sister, he didn't mean to kill her, he just wanted for her to stop because he didn't want to be punished. But as a 5-year-old kid could do something, you know, he didn't have the time to think about the fact, if I'm touching her right now, I'm gonna stop her because in fact I'm gonna kill her. No, it was really just I want to stop her and that's all. And by touching her, he killed her. Like it was the consequences of his action, stopping my sister who is gonna say what happened to the dog, and because of that I'm gonna get punished. And after that, how it happened, you know, for the mother, the grandfather and the grandmother to die, for me it was also something that he didn't mean to do on purpose. Like it just these 3 wounds appearing right there, he felt really like shocked. I just killed the dog, I just killed my sister, they can see that, I'm shocking them, I'm desperate, I'm so sad, I'm lost with my emotions. Again, we are talking about a 5-year-old kid. He can't deal with all of these emotions, he can't really think, you know, like with a reasonable mind during that moment, and he killed them without wanting it. Something which is different with the dad. Like clearly after killing all of the family, he went for the dad. It's not something that he did because he didn't want to. No, he jumped on the dad, he wanted to kill him because he was the one who was really hurting him the most during his entire childhood, you know, during all of this time, and he was screaming die, you know, and it was not just because he didn't want for his dad to punish him, you know, after the fact that he killed his entire family, but it was really because die, like with all of what you did to me, if one of you deserves to die, it's you, die! Like you're representing all of what I hate, die! But not all of the other ones. And you know the fact that the mother, she was trying to reach him during that moment, for me it truly amplified that idea that no, the mother, the grandfather and the grandmother, they were not killed on purpose by Shigaraki. And you know what he's saying during that moment, the fact that he's blaming them because they never intervened when the dad was hurting him, they accepted all of the rules of the father, they were complice of it, you know, by their silence and the fact that they were accepting all of what the father was doing. I understand totally what Shigaraki is saying. I agree with that, with the fact that when you're not intervening when someone is getting hurt in front of you, even more if it's someone that you love, for sure you're a complice by your silence, by your lack of action to defend that person. But right there, I don't think that he killed them or he wanted them to be killed because of these reasons. But something that I really think also is the fact that Shigaraki, if he's truly thinking like that even now as an adult, for me it means that he didn't work on himself at all and on this memory. That can be explained with the fact that in fact he forgot that memory, so he never had the opportunity to work on it, because clearly for me in fact Shigaraki is reproducing the mistake that his father did, meaning that his father was abandoned by his mother, All Might's mentor, because she was that hero that everyone needed, so she couldn't have a real family time for her kid, so that's why she abandoned her kid. But for me, the letters that she wrote, even more the last one, she was not happy to write them. Like for sure she tried to put everything in a positive way, but we can understand that she cried on these letters. So for me, Shigaraki's dad is blaming his mother, is mad at his mother, and we can totally understand that. but I think that he never made also the work on himself to try to understand her reasons and to make peace with it, to continue with his life without thinking about it, without letting that decide for his life. And that's why he was forcing everyone into this family to not talk about heroes. That's why he was treating his own son like that. Because of what he lived with his own mother, something that he never accepted, never made peace with, he was treating other people like that, and that's so wrong. And for me, what Shigaraki is doing right now by still thinking that his entire family was composed of bad people, his sister because, you know, she lied about that secret thing, you know, the photo, all of what they discovered about the grandmother, the fact that she lied about the fact that it's Shigaraki who wanted it and not her. You can't blame a kid for that. And for sure, as a 5-year-old kid, you're gonna blame your sister, but as an adult, you're gonna understand that she was also a kid and she was acting also like a kid, you know, so you can't blame her anymore. And it's the same, you know, with the members of this family. As a 5-year-old kid, you're like, that's so wrong, they are not helping me, it's so sad and all. As an adult, you can be like, the father had so much power on that family that it was rough to fight him, to not agree with him. And in a way, they were so nice with me, they were so kind, they were still trying to reassure me, to be there for me, to support me, to not let me cry and all. So, you know, you can see these reasons as an adult. And same for the dad. As a 5-year-old kid, you're gonna be like, my dad is awful, my dad is not letting me be who I want to be, do what I want to do and all. As an adult, you can be like, he has really a bad background, and even if truly he is wrong to think like that, to do things like that, I understand the reasons why. Shigaraki didn't make that work. Again, because he never had access to that memory, so he never had the possibility to work on that. But you know, if I learned something, you know, by going on therapy during 2 entire years, it's the fact that being an adult, it's about making this work on yourself and on your past, on things which happened into your past, to understand them, to understand why people did what they did. And even if you can still disagree as an adult, even if you can still be not okay at all with what happened, what people did, what people said, you can disagree, but maybe you can understand their reasons and just be okay. Now I can see fully that memory with my adult eyes, consider them with my adult eyes, understand what truly happened, the facts, understand everyone's reasons, judge these reasons for now, and because of that you're gonna make peace with it and you're gonna feel really more okay into your life thinking about this memory again. Shigaraki never made that work on himself, clearly. I'm so glad that we discovered all of this memory during this episode. I'm so glad. I was right. Makia just came, appeared to fight against Redestro. That's gonna be great. These two big giants fighting each other. The fact that Shigaraki is so strong, you know, the fact that he managed to survive the fight against Redestro for so long, it's amazing. The politician guy, I can't remember his name, but I think that his quirk is a good quirk against Twice. You know, Twice is making an army of himself. That guy is making an entire town, an army with this quirk. So yes, they have good quirks to go against the other one. Toga, she's not dead. For me, we saw Toga during one of the previous episodes of this season 5 around Redestro, working with him for him. So she's not dead. But now I'm thinking about Spinner, and I'm not sure that we saw Spinner, you know, during this season 5 so far. So now I'm wondering about it. Can he die? One of the members of the League of Villains can die during this fight? I never considered it, you know, that one of them maybe can die right there. Dabi, we saw him. I remember that we saw Dabi. That's he once. Twice we saw him. We saw him, he was talking with Ox when... Yes, when they had the information about the hospital and they reached Ox to tell him, Ox was with Twice. So Twice is not gonna die. Not Toga, not Dabi, but Pina, no, I have some doubts. We'll see, and I'm gonna see that right now because I'm gonna watch 2 more episodes right now. That's gonna be great, that's gonna be amazing. If it's continuing like that, you know, to give us memories, such big ones, you know, like the origins of Shigaraki, that big memory about how he killed his entire family, something that we are waiting since so long, that I'm waiting since so long, it's gonna be so great. Let's go for that, you know, this new episode. For you, it's gonna be in another video, so it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Great.